Hi there, thanks for joining me. My name is Lauren and this is Work Scrapbook. This video is all about home visits. I'm going to give you some insight on what to expect, what to take with you, what not to take with you. Watch this video beginning to end and you'll learn all the insights that I have from doing home visits over the years. Before you tag along on a home visit with me, let's review some of the things that I am sure to take with me each and every time. My badge. You need something with your name and your title on it so your client knows exactly who you are and where you're coming from. You also want to take a cell phone for safety reasons, something to write with, and a notebook. Pack that all up in your favorite bag, get your keys, and grab your coffee. Let's go. For safety reasons, be sure that you sign out at your agency's front office. Mark the time and, if possible, the place that you're going to. Let someone know where you're off to. Home visits are at the heart of social work, especially when you're working with children and families. Unfortunately, the art of venturing into a client's home is difficult to teach as it happens behind closed doors, and little research or teaching is done on the topic. Today, let's review some of the things that I do to stay safe. The very first thing I do actually starts at the office. I plot the address of where I hope to visit and I look it up on Google Maps. Then I'm able to send it directly to my phone so I don't get lost. Okay, so I'm here. I'm at my first home visit. I'm delivering a letter on this visit, which you've heard me talk about before. Always trust your instincts when you're at a home visit. I'm gonna put on a sweater just to stay a little more modest. Let me show you typically what I do. I don't take my whole purse with me. That's a big no-no. Do not do that. But I do take my phone with me. This is a district issued cell phone, so I always have this with me. And I always leave my purse in the car. I cannot stress that enough. Leave the purse in the car. Cover it. Don't leave it exposed. Let me show you how it looks right now. So this is my bag here. Do not leave it exposed like that. Someone that might just be kind of passing by, walking down the road, I don't know what their intention is. And it doesn't matter where you are, what part of town you're at, regardless of the neighborhood, you do have to be smart about your belongings, about things that you value. So cover them. Cover them up. Make sure they're not visible to the naked eye. As you can tell, I'm going to show you how to park. As you can see, I surveyed the area that I'm in. You can see this driveway is clearly exposed. This is where I'm going. I see the address on the mailbox. I'm not going to park in the driveway because, one, that might block someone in. Two, someone may block me in. You don't want to get blocked into a residential area. And so always park street level if possible. Always park in an area where you're able to get out quickly. It just makes everything easier. So never park in a driveway, no matter how welcoming it might look. I just completed the home visit. Obviously, I couldn't take you in with me. This one was fairly easy, though. I just needed a signature, and then I explained my role and a little bit about why I was making the visit. One common misconception is that you're going to be invited straight into the home, have a seat, be offered this and that. That isn't always the case. Many times I've held home visits simply at the foot of a doorstep, and that's okay because we're meeting the client where they're at. It means a lot to families. It is a little, I'm not gonna lie, it can be a little uncomfortable at first, both for the social worker, if you're new at this, and for the family as well. We have to keep in mind that we are guests, we are visitors in our clients' homes, and although we know what perspective we're coming from, the client doesn't always know that, and they don't always trust us from the beginning. We know the stigma that comes along with being a social worker, so part of breaking that down is really being professional when we're on these visits. If you follow these simple safety steps, you will be much more comfortable during the visit, which allows you to operate at your best. That means communicating effectively, listening attentively, and building empathy. Thanks so much for joining me today. Before I go, I want to share with you something really small that I think kind of helps on home visits, and it helps in my car in general because I can never keep my car clean. I mean, that's tough. I don't know if it's just me, but these little inserts that my husband bought me, they are kind of like catch-alls. It's like a little purse for your car in a sense, and it goes right in between the seats, right in the middle. And that's where I keep my pens,
I keep my papers and just all the extra Starbucks straws that I asked for. I hope you found this video helpful. That is it. That's all I have for today. Until next time, I am wishing you social work success. Thanks for watching.
Hope to see you next time. New videos on Tuesdays and Saturdays.